on the antecedent of the new CJN?
Nnamdi Kanu must be released. But what is holding Nnamdi Kanu is because of the roles played by the Arab Yorubas. The reason why I'm using the word Arab Yoruba is that historically, the conquest by Osman and Fodio Fulanis of 18-something at least affected Yoruba land. Yoruba is still under the tutelage of Fulani. In Yoruba land, the only southern state in Nigeria that has Yoruba, large number of Muslims are the Yorubas. So you don't expect me to exonerate Yoruba that they are outside Fulani conquest. They are under Fulani tutelage from the axis of Ilorin down to Ochun State, from Ochun State to Ogun State to Lagos. So they are Northerners. They are still under the tutelage of the Fulani, oligarchy. So when they have extended the tentacle of Islamization of 18th century to southwestern Nigeria, you don't expect southwestern Nigeria not to be an errand boy to Fulani conquest. That's the Hausas in the north. So Nnamdi Kanu's freedom, of course, we know since 2 years now they caught freedom and they stay in there. It's because of the kind of role Yorubas are playing right away. Because it's of everybody's belief that immediately tinubu took over mantle of leadership. The first thing he should have done was to free Nnamdi Kanu. But you can see the delay. You can see the political games. So they are under the tutelage of the Fulanis, and you can't tell me that these people have not been Northernized. The southwestern Nigeria has been Northernized, Fulanized, Islamized. Because virtually you see anywhere here in the north that are in the southwest, that are not dancing to the costumes of the north. Each and every government that comes from southwest, administration of a southwesterner, they always align with the north. I start with Obasanjo, 1976. The next person was Musa Yar'Adua. He's Putin. Again with Obasanjo, with Buhari again in 1983 as a military head of state. His running mate, his vice president was from Yoruba land, Brigadier Tunde Idiabo. Then I want to tell you again, I want to put my point here again that when Abacha himself was Nigerian president, he aligned with who? Nnamdi as the second person. These people are Northernized. These people, you can see they are under the what? Oligarchy, Fulani oligarchy. They are serving the Fulani, their Fulani master. That's why I tell you that. I'm telling you that Fulani has infiltrated the north. Fulani has infiltrated the west. Nobody here is a Christian. If you look at their Christian, they are Christian, but their color is Islamic. They are appearing as if they are Christians. Still, they celebrate Eid al-Maulud more than the Hausas. What are you telling me? Can you tell me now that a Christian, I'm from Igbo land, they will celebrate Eid al-Fitr? Then my father in our compound we will celebrate Eid al-Fitr. No, we don't go anywhere. It's telling us that government is putting that day aside as a public holiday. Igbo man Igbo man still goes his normal business. Every day, Fitr, Eid al-Maulud, and other celebration by Muslims. So, but you see it thoroughly carried out, practiced here, obeyed here, celebrated here. What are you saying? They are still the same with them. That's why I'm telling you that. Look at what happened from axis of Ilorin to Ochun State to Ogun State, from Ogun to Lagos. These people are Muslims. So there's no how it is not difficult, or it's not going to be difficult for Nnamdi Kanu to come out. Since the Supreme Court has freed him, Nnamdi Kanu is a freed man. I thank God the way Binta Yako has removed his head from Nnamdi Kanu's case. And it is obvious that the gentleman is now a captive under the den of federal government of Nigerian kidnappers. I term it, the people that went to Nairobi, fetching Nnamdi Kanu down to Nigeria, they are kidnappers. And Nnamdi Kanu is still suffering as a hostage. It is too obvious, illegally and legally, that what is playing out is kidnap business transaction. He was kidnapped, was abducted, so he must at least be freed. Nnamdi Kanu should be free. Then again, I want to throw light on what Chetima said recently when he went to United Nations summits. The Tinubu administration is trying to free themselves that they did not write anything or serve in regard of castigating Israel, being aggressive to Israel, being hostile to Israel on the document given to Chetima to table before United Nations Summit. Tinubu denied it. That Chetima is on his own. Now I begin to ask myself, you are denying it that Chetima is on his own? Who sent Chetima? Chetima is representing who? Who would have been there?
Yeah, he has seen the consequences.
Yes, see, the consequences is too. Oh, so the consequences are not friendly, too unfriendly. The result of what Chetima said on the world stage against Zion, Israel, is coming to boomerang on Nigeria. It's going to be very, very hostile on this present administration. Because Israel is wondering, a few days ago, Israel sent over 30 water clearing machine. That machine is what can kill any germs in water, purify water. 30 in number to the internally displaced persons by flood in Meduguri, Kachima Chetima State. Kachima Chetima State. Kachima Chetima himself, former governor of that state, turned his back. He's turning his back on Israel, backing people he called terrorists. He called his brothers in the Middle East. Are you a brother to terrorists? And they are trying to use federal FGN to chime on the world stage that Israel should blah 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 blah. You are brothers in the Middle East. Who tell you that Hamas and Hezbollah are your brothers? That is your belief anyway. You are a Kanuri. I'm an Igbo man. If they are your brother, go there. I don't really understand. You should go there and help his brothers. But it's obvious that federal government, office of the presidency, has debunked what Chetima did. Said at United Nations Secretariat, New York, that they are not behind him, that Chetima is on his own. So that could show you how far Nigerians have gone to be gullible and docile over choice of Muslim ticket. Because that choice of Muslim ticket has given Chetima the impetus to come out on the world stage to defend Islamic extremism. The ideology that is trying to destroy Zion currently, even against the will of Saudi Arabia, the holy land of Islam, of Muslims. They debunk it that they are not in support of Hezbollah, Hamas, and even what Iran is doing in Israel. The Nigerian vice president, due to religious bigotry, had gone to New York and lambasted Israel. Israel that is untouchable. Chetima has gone to the world stage and debunked Israeli campaign to free her land from terrorists, jihad, Al-Qaeda, Hamas, and so on and so forth. Nigeria is coming out. This is a country that Israel has been helping to cultivate agriculture, farmland in Nigeria, introducing many systems, bringing many farm implements to make sure that Nigeria defeat hunger. But today, due to ethnic, religious bigotry and otherwise, Chetima, Nigerian vice president, went to New York and turned his back on Israel to the level of being hostile and aggressive to the greatest country on earth. Nigeria should wait. Failure to come and debunk what he said, Nigeria should wait. Because I know that, come what may, Israel must act on that.
Israel is not smiling now. They don't look like a nation. Given their presence recently in the United Nations. It was reported in the paper today. They said, Antonio Guterres, you were there when atrocities have been committed in Africa. At the United Nations, you never said anything. All over the world, Sudan and thereabout, you never said anything. And even in Israel, you never said anything. There's no need for United Nations again. And they don't want to see any United Nations official in Israel. What does that the United Nations also with their charter failed Nnamdi Kanu and also are trying to look at that direction?
Since inception of office, I mean Guterres, the former Portuguese Prime Minister, United Nations has become so dull, stagnated and dumb over African issue. Let me just take it one by one. See what happened last year in Sudan, where the Islamic soldiers, militias, were beating Christians with stick, not beating, killing them, demising Christians in the area of Sudan, beating to death over 3,000 Christians in Sudan on camera. The whole world was watching. United Nations could not do anything till date. Those people, they died and buried alive. I listen to me. They beat them and beat them. Everybody watch it on net. Everyone watch it on Al Jazeera. The same United Nations could not do anything. What does that tell you? Okay, look at what is going on recently in the Biafran land. For how many years of Buhari administration, Igbo land has been subjected to this kind of military, let me say, onslaught that has taken over how many thousands of Igbo youths into their early grave. They were dying in their large numbers. The Nigerian military are killing them, and you are there. You are telling me that you are the Secretary General of United Nations. Nothing has been done about this this kind of military, onslaught, killing the youths, cheating on armed youths, cheating on armed women. From 2015 till date, for 9 good years, United Nations under Antonio Guterres could not do anything. My brother, let me tell you.
Knowing fully well that what they are doing was a United Nations charter.
Yes. Against the law, against international law, yes. And still, Guterres could not do anything. See, let me tell you, Israel matter is what is trying to exhume the international chain of what, based on what United Nations is doing. It is an international chain. He has assumed that ghost of international chain on the side of United Nations. The United Nations have not come out to apologize to Israel over what Hamas did on 7th October last year. What they are doing is aligning with Palestinian, Hezbollah, and Egypt and the rest of the Arab world, castigating Israel, saying that what Israel is doing is nothing compared to genocide, accusing Netanyahu of committing genocide, even threatening to arrest him. He went to the meeting by himself. They should have arrested him if they have the way to do so. They could not until he delivered his speech. He stayed too outright that Netanyahu is going to retaliate what Iran did recently in Israel. There's nothing United Nations can do. United Nations failure, inability to come out and apologize to Netanyahu, to come out and declare Hamas and Hezbollah at least a terror organization wanted on this world stage. They have failed Israel, they have failed humanity, and I think that Israel have right to take any action against Iran, against Hezbollah, against even Palestinians that allowed the Hamas to do military training on their territory for how many months, over 24 months, before carrying out that startling act of terrorism in the middle of Israel, Israeli region. See, listen and listen good. Antonio Guterres is now banned from traveling to Israel. If he does, he will pay the ultimate price, because he's not living up to the expectation. I don't know when the Portuguese began to be part of Islamized country of the world. I don't know. The reason why he's playing that game, I don't know, because the permanent secretary to Antonio Guterres is still remaining there. She is Aisha Mohammed. She is from Nigeria. He's a Fulani man, very tall. Maybe because of her, he's a permanent secretary. I don't know why the man keep mum over sensitive issue around the world, especially Africa, especially BiAFRA issue, especially Nnamdi Kanu's issue. Guterres is not looking to that side. I don't know the kind of war politics that has blinded the former Portuguese Prime Minister, the current Secretary General of the United Nations, from at least living up to his functionalities. He has come short of his functionalities, and the best thing, as I'm talking now, I'm advocating that he should be removed. Another person is needed to be elected into that position. Antonio Guterres is so mum, so blind, so deaf, insensitive, and irresponsible. He's not supposed to be in that position. I'm telling you, if Israel comes out to treat his whatever, let me not use dirty word here, fuck up, I think Israel is right.
Thank you, Mr. Ralph. On the last note, how do you want to see this present position in Imo State, finally?
The ID camp set in Imo State is an eyesore, and I've already earlier made that point that Igbo land is a dot. A dot in a circle could not be shared by anybody. You say that we are dot in a circle. Why are you bringing internally displaced persons camp in the same dot? If the dot is 50 square meter, and the internally displaced camp is 15 square meters. It means what is left there is 35 square meters. I don't know whether to understand where I'm going. So, what Uzodinma has murdered sleep, I repeat it again, it will know no peace. That internally displaced camp cannot be there. We have enough land in Niger State, Sokoto State, Southern Kaduna, Sambisa Forest. Only Southern Kaduna is bigger than the whole 5 states of the southeast. Why are you coming with Fulani displaced persons to at least make a shelter them at the Nigerian National Open University of Nigeria now in Imo State? You are coming to Islamize indirectly the southeastern Nigeria. Anywhere the Fulani settlers are, they start taunting those people, oppressing those people. The owner of the land, they will overwhelm you, Islamize you, and start putting you to sword. So we don't want it in Igbo land. Igbo land, we don't have enough land. Anybody that is federally displaced in any state, they are entitled to occupy a land in that particular state from where they are displaced. Of course, the people or persons we are bringing down to Igbo land to occupy now National Open University, ground. They might be from Sokoto or from Niger State. Niger State is having enough vast land to occupy, at least to take or shelter those internally displaced persons camp. Because in fact, the camp is not as big as, it's something that we should not do that, because we detest anything Islamization. We can never be intimidated based on that. You have vast land in Yoruba land. Tinubu should have at least relocated those people to Osun State, Ogun State, Oyo State. They are people that have same ideology, Islamic ideology. We don't. So what we're saying now is that we don't have enough land in Igbo land. They should never ever do that. We can never tolerate it. Hope Uzodinma is the one that has done that because he's nursing political ambition of becoming Nigerian president. He wants his Fulani masters to make him president. That's why he's committing all this kind of abominable acts in Igbo land.
Okay, Mr. Arab, how would you look at Putin saying that Africa is ready to support any nation in Africa who seek independence? Is that a kind of extension to Biafran agitation?
That's a very good one, and I can tell you that I don't always believe the West anymore, because they will say something, they won't put it into action. So what I'm trying to say is that if Putin is doing that, he's saying this, if he's having Biafra in mind, he should start the action. He should start acting now. This is the very time we needed him the most. Biafra, we are looking at the back because it is the right time that Nnamdi Kanu should come out. It is the right time that independence of Biafra should be declared. We want to be emancipated at least this year by all means. Putin should be preparing it right away, not only verbal, not only saying it. We want him to swing into action. Biafra is needed Russia most. Biafra is needed Israel most. Biafra is needed Trump most. Because what is happening in this part of the world is much, bitter on the side of the Igbos. Igbos have been excluded from Nigerian political terrain, politics of Nigeria for how many years now? We are not being part of this country. And we want to go, they say we shouldn't go. So what happens is that Putin should swing into action. We don't want to see any action that does not demonstrate. Talking is talking. Action is something more reliable, more tantalizing than talking. We want him to come to Igbo land and start action.
Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Christian.
Moneta get people that are lobbying for Biafra, and it is a plus. The way Moneta is going international, and it seems he's making this agitation a serious international issue by employing international lobbyists to make sure that Biafra is recognized at the world stage. Let's get a reaction.
Now, thank you for that wonderful question, the anchor of this great platform. first and foremost, I want to say, Samonepa has come out to say, or has outlined countless times that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun for the second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojukwu fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Nnamdi Kanu did it via his own dimension. So ECPA is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Samonepa should be discredited, the likes of Nndigbo and that of the southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Samonepa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Samonepa and Nnamdi Kanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that, see, they can no longer be the slave. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra in the world in the UN summit, to me it's a plus, and that alone, the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now let me take it back the line. When Southern Sudan and South Sudan wanted parted ways, nobody killed each other. Nobody go through the route of violence. It was done amicably. So Samonepa is doing it amicably for him to convince world leaders that this thing is possible. And why the government of the day, the present government of Nigeria, are not seeing it that way. Thank you. You can also
Should the government, the Nigerian government be worried about people?
Why would they be worried? The same people have sent assassins to kill Samonepa. Now only he has escaped. So see, one thing about it is that the government of the day, they are panicking. There's panic. You know what it is now? So a particular tribe, a major tribe, to exit your country. You know how an Igbo man is. You know the investment of an Igbo man is in the country. Now imagine in Nigeria without an Igbo man. Let's just imagine that. I mean, that means the Hausa man would now dominate virtually every government parastatals in Nigeria. So now the reason why the Yoruba man is still believe that's in Nigeria is because the Igbo man is still in the contraption called Nigeria. But eventually, if the Igbo man leaves, my brother, the Yoruba man will know the true meaning of Nigeria, and then we now know who owns Nigeria. Just like what Angwabula said. He said they are not scared of the Igbos parting, exiting Nigerians. That was what he said. He said they are not scared. Indirectly, that means the other tribe would not have sense of belonging in the country. And we know it. We know it. I know it too. And every normal man now has the spirit of dominance. You cannot dominate him. If a Fulani man has the spirit of dominance, for you to dominate him, it will take ages. in terms of population, you cannot dominate them. So one thing is that so Ojukwu have foreseen this whole thing. That was why he championed this Biafra struggle, and now gradually it is now becoming a reality in this contraction called Nigeria. Now there are some Igbo men, some Yoruba men are even tired of the system called Nigeria, just because they feel their brother is still in president. Now, my brother, I can bet you, come 2027, the Yorubas will be championing the Republic more than the Igbo man. I can bet you that. That I am very certain of. Yes, we will championing because it is certain when their president, when their brother is being kicked away from the presidency, already there is a plot, and which he himself cannot escape. The president himself knows that there is a plot, and then the big shots in the north are forming alliance. You know it. RFI, a powerful influence in the north, is not in the league. Sorry, is not in good terms with the president. And now nobody can take that factor. What RFI did, or I see that made President Tinubu emerge as the president via his own influence. And then we have also the likes of Angulai, which is the chairman of the Northern Order Forum. He said post-election that the Northern Order supported Tinubu, but from 2027 Tinubu will not get their support. So what does that mean? Now if the average Northern person is not given the vote, now where will they get the vote? It just come by 2027. The same thing the Yorubas have been after the Igbos for. Now they will be the master mind of it, because I can bet you by 2027 Yoruba will stop, and that's the slogan that will continue the trend, is that we are tired of the country, we want to follow the suit of the Igbo man and exit the country. And then the Igbo man now will not take them, tag them for being unserious, because now that the Igbo man is championing for the exit, we are saying the Igbo man is not serious. There are claims that the Igbo man is not serious, but I can bet you when the system will also catch up with you, then you will know why the Igbo man has been championing to exit. Thank you for always coming.